It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
Welcome to this wonderful rainy Sunday afternoon. Blah. How's the weather in your all's neck of the woods, everybody? Who's joining us in chat. And for those of you watching the replay, we're going to give you a little rundown in the description. I'm going to put the timestamp of our different topics.
Oh, how nice of you, Chad.
Yeah. So that way, if you don't want to hear us blabbing about what you don't want to hear about, you can just jump to the thing you want to hear us blabbing about.
And fair enough, because we do blab for a while.
Yeah, we do blab.
Oh, I got some volume going on over here, my bad.
Hello. It's
Okay.
always something. All right, well, let's run down our agenda here. So this is sample day.
Yes, this is sample day.
Sample day.
So we're going to be doing a couple of different little mini sample bottles or regular size bottles that we've gotten from whichever source here and there. We'll let you know where. We'll talk a little bit about, we went to the Kentucky Craft Spirits Festival yesterday, so we might kind of talk about that, do a little recap on that real quick. What else?
That's about it. Do you want to say the two that we're going to do kind of as our headliners are ones that distilleries have sent us. It's Mic.Drop Bourbon and Ch Bar Spirits, which is a straight bourbon whiskey out of Seattle.
Yes. But before we talk about these bourbons, let's talk about something that's not a bourbon.
Oh, you're talking about...
I'm talking about this.
Crown Royal Bourbon Mash. I'm sure you guys have heard about this already, but I ran into it at a store the other day and just had to pick it up. I'm going to save it because, this is going to be a collector's item because either they pulled it off the shelf or they had to take bourbon off the title. Because if you notice here, there's this it's
like a sticker.
What do you call those P-Touch labelers? There's
it's like a caution sticker.
A labeler that's it just looks like someone did it at home that says, "This is not bourbon whiskey," and it was on the box too, right here. This is not bourbon whiskey.
Just in case you were confused.
Yeah, and our friends at the Scotch Test Dummies reviewed this, and they said it was like their only bad review. Like the only thing that kind
of makes me want to open it, but if you want to save it, fair enough.
If we can find it at a bar somewhere,
sure.
I'd do that. But
okay.
Yeah. Also wanted to wish my friend Michelle a happy birthday. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Michelle is a fellow bourbon drinker, and even back before Bourbon Night was a thing, we were like, it'd be great to do a bourbon show on YouTube. So we were kind of kicking around that idea even before you and I started doing it. But then she
back when I was just a teenager. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Then she up and moved to Chicago. So yeah. But happy birthday, Michelle. We're going to toast you here with some bourbons. And everyone say happy birthday in the comments to Michelle. We also have, what else do we have going on? That's about it, right?
That's about it.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So...
We've got Travis here. Travis is moderating.
Lots of hellos from all around. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us from whatever time it is where you are.
Yeah, thank you.
So first, before I start hitting things and moving things around, we will start with the Ch Bar Spirits Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Now, this was my responsibility, and I made a big uh-oh.
Tell us.
Let this be a cautionary tale. Now, I know that you should not leave alcohol in a warm environment because the pressure can build up, cause the cork to pop off, and look what happened. This was full a few days ago. Thank you to whoever at Ch Bar sent this over. My bad for letting this happen. I'm very disappointed in myself. So it's been in the 50s and 60s here in Kentucky, and I put this in my car after work, and I happened to forget about it the next morning, and I came out to my car after work, and I was like, it smells like bourbon in here. I don't think I was drinking yesterday. What is that? When I went to take the box out, it had popped. Again, it was not very hot. So let this be a tale that you should learn from. No matter what temperature it is, probably leave a bottle in your car for more than a few hours.
Not a good idea. The more you know. Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah. So that's sadly what happened. But we will still drink it anyways.
Yeah, it even...
The cork also kind of separated a little bit. It's not exactly what it used to be.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. It was my responsibility and I blew it.
So since, normally we be uncorking this, but since it can't be a true uncorking, We're gonna do it here, top billing here on our live show.
It's my fault, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, Chad, someone would like to know what your tattoo is.
My tattoo? It's Latin for "As I breathe, I dream." So there you go.
Kind of smells like the AD Lost smelled.
A little bit, but sweeter. I get more of a syrup smell from it.
Go ahead and put this back.
And also kind of a coffee smell.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does kind of have like a espresso smell going on.
I agree. Which makes me nervous because I do not like coffee.
He does not.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. That is sweet, and that is coffee.
That is coffee. It definitely has a coffee note to it. I don't mind it. And you know, this is a 2-year. It says 2 bar bourbon is aged at least 2 years. So it's over 2, but you know, probably under 3. It doesn't taste young to me.
No?
No. What do you think?
I mean, it does have like a little bit of that. Not in a bad way, though. I can tell. What are you looking for?
Give me that cracker box. Jeez, looking at ourselves in the monitor, it's tough.
It's like a maple espresso something. You know what? How old did you say it was? 2?
Over 2 years.
Over 2?
Mm-hmm.
I think for a 2-year-old, respect. Like, it's, like you said, there's really not a lot of that youngness. I mean, I've had some that are just, like, awful. This is actually, it's decent. It's good. It's not my flavor profile. I like the coffee, but I don't like the sweetness. And it's reminding me of something that you would have with breakfast. So...
I mean, if you're looking for a breakfast bourbon, I think this is
Maybe.
it. Now, you know, again, I said I don't like coffee, but I have to tell you, I'm not minding the taste. I think it has a nice,
it's kind
approachable
of smoky.
heat. Yeah, it's definitely smoky. Now, we forgot to say this is 100 proof. It's from Seattle, and it's handcrafted from Northwest grains.
That's pretty cool.
So it says on the back here, 2 Bar Spirits is descended from 5 generations who ranched their land under the 2 Bar brand. Yeah. So, besides the coffee note not being my favorite, I think for a younger bourbon, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, like if we were ever at their gift shop, I'd pick up something else that they make, just to, you know, because I'm like, oh, just curious.
Sure, but I dig it.
We have some questions and comments just to run through real quick.
Yes.
Someone suggested doing a future show live from Justin's House of Bourbon. I love that idea.
Okay.
I would like to incorporate, like how we did when we were in New Orleans, I'd like to incorporate the occasional field trip live episode. So
yeah.
We'll look into that, see what we can do there.
Daggone it.
What happened, Chad?
Hold on. We went dark. The lights turned off. There we go. And we're back. And we're back! Should be. Coming back. Should be.
What happened?
Well, we're still live.
Oh, okay. Well, we're still live. So, while we're sitting here in the dark, let's see. What else can we talk about? Someone asked, are we looking forward to... Well, I'll save that for in a second when the lights come back on. Knob Creek Single Barrel or Stag Junior? I feel like someone asked this last time. That's really tough.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm
thinking, I don't know. They're just so different.
Hold on. You're seeing something weird. And... There we are. There we go. All right.
He fixed it.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We're getting so used to doing this live show that forgot to start the camera and it timed off. My bad. Your bad? My bad.
Yes.
It's one of those Sundays, folks.
Sorry
one of those
about
Sundays. Yeah, between the two, I don't know. I would... See, the problem is a lot of the stag stuff is like around 130 or so, 127 in between there. And Knob Creek, are we talking about single barrel or just?
Yes.
Okay, 120. So it just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. If I want something, you know, it's gonna give me some heat, stag. And you know, stag is one of those few ones that I can put like a few drops of water in, or maybe a tiny ice cube, and let it mellow.
That's a really tough one. I agree with you.
I don't do that with Knob Creek. I just Knob Creek neat always.
Depends on my mood.
Yeah, it depends on the mood.
Let's see. Oh, are we looking forward to the new Wild Turkey Long Branch? Actually, we just filmed an uncorking of that not too long ago.
Yep.
So that'll be coming out soon. Look for that. Have I tried bourbon aged coffee? I have not tried bourbon aged coffee, but I would drink it. Has there ever been an inexpensive bourbon that surprised you, pleasant or otherwise? I mean, I would say that Evan Williams 1783 surprised me the first time I ever had it, because I was like, $16, $17 a bottle. There's no way this can taste good, and it was good. So,
yeah, it's not really available anymore. But when I tried the lower expressions of Johnny Drum, they have a green label and a black label that just like disappeared. But 2 years ago, when we were doing our 50 under 50, I found some and put them in there, and I thought for the price, which was under $20, it was really good. But again, now it's not around anymore.
So this is a sample of the Mic.Drop.
I feel that way when I find Wild Turkey 101 on sale for $18.99.
Yeah, very excited, surprised.
You know, it's like, wow, that's yeah. So I think you got some info over there about the Mic.Drop.
Well, just one moment, please. Let me find it.
Sure. I think it's in the email.
I'm just clicking all around.
Right there.
There we go. I see. All right, cool.
Tell us about Mic.Drop.
Well, let me read this to you.
Okay.
It is made from 20 casks of 8-year-old high rye bourbon distilled by MGP. Let's see what else. It's bottled at full proof. So this is 56. All right.
That looks like 56.
56%. Yeah, I was like 5, 6,
So
7.
112. 112 proof.
It's a blend of 75% corn, 25% rye, and 4% malted barley. And there were only 3,400 bottles produced total, retailing for $100.
Okay.
Which is why we probably only got the sample,
Yeah.
which we're totally fine with.
Yeah, but again, this was sent to us from the distiller. So thank you for that. And it's sorry for the lateness of reviewing this.
Ooh, that smells nice.
Yeah, it's got a real, I know typical might not be a great way to describe a bourbon, but it's also very comforting. You know, it just has
sturdy, comforting.
a nice, sturdy,
you know it's going to be there to
welcoming,
hold you at the end of the day.
comfortable, familiar smell that...
Say hi to Pam.
Hi, Pam.
And thanks for the Thin Mints. Pam hooked us up with some Thin Mints, so once we figure out a minty or complimentary bourbon... That's what you would normally
I know. You're taking my jokes.
Then we'll incorporate that somehow into the future.
And thanks also, Pam, for going with us yesterday to the Craft Bourbon
Kentucky
Festival.
Craft Spirits Festival. So just
or
a little
Spirits Festival, yeah.
We'll just drink this and then we'll tell you a little bit about that.
Doesn't taste like 112 proof. It's very easy.
It is really easy. Huh. That's surprising me.
Wow. Very easy.
It has one interesting flavor note that I'm just not sure I can pick up on right now.
This is what makes live hard, because I'm like, I feel like
what to say to you
when we have too much dead air, when we're just like really thinking, that's normally stuff I would edit out, but can't do it live. Yeah, what is that? I mean, I feel like it might be a
I'm gonna
caramel.
think about it for a second. There's something
a deeper
in there.
Caramel type of.
There's like a specific grain. Having a hard time picking it up. Let's see. But yeah, so while you kind of think about that for a little bit, Limestone Branch Distillery, who makes Yellowstone, Minor Case Rye, they make, I think that's it. Those are their main things. I think they make a couple other things, but they are in Lebanon, Kentucky, which is where Pam is from. My mom, if you don't know. If you haven't been watching and you haven't been paying attention to the comments. She's from there, so we decided to go all together and go to Limestone Branch for the Craft Spirits Festival. So there were a bunch of different brands there. Wilderness Trail was there, Jep the Creed was there, Old Pogue was there, Neely family. I mean, there was a whole bunch. You can get on Facebook, look up the event, see who all was there. It was cool. It did rain, so that kind of sucked. But we get to try a bunch of different stuff. You get a marble at the beginning, and everybody has like a little box, so you get to drop your marble in your favorite.
You almost lost your marble.
I did. I dropped it.
Lost your marbles.
Yeah, and then we got to go do the Long Branch. Not Long Branch. That's Wild Turkey. Limestone Branch. Wrong branch.
Wrong branch of the bourbon.
We got to do their tasting of their 6 different. They have some gift shop only offerings. So we got to try some of those. Got some of those picked up, signed by the Beam Brothers.
The Beam Brothers.
That was cool.
Only distillery owned by a Beam these days, since
yes,
Jim Beam
owned
is
and operated.
Beam Suntory.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who bought them. So that's cool. And you know, a lot of people are over the moon about the 101 proof from 2017. I think that was finished in some type of special cask. But yeah, I think it was like Evan Haskell said it was his favorite bourbon of 2017.
Yep.
And
the ABV Network crew.
Yeah, a lot of people. Speaking of the ABV Network crew.
Oh, Steve was there.
Steve was there.
Yeah.
Picked up a shirt.
Yep, I got one too, but we didn't want to be twins, so sorry. We can't both support.
Bourbon Daily Tour 2018.
Yeah, so that was fun. Got to hang out, talk to him for a little bit, got to be on his podcast, so hopefully we make the cut for the final version of that.
Well, we got to now that we mentioned it. It's public record.
Right, it's public record.
Yeah.
Made a few new friends, met some fans. Very cool time. It was neat.
What was your favorite bourbon?
So I was torn between the Old Pogue and then their Maysville Club Rye.
Maysville Club, yeah.
And the Neely Family 8-year. And I ended up going with the Neely Family 8-year. I just thought what they were doing was really cool. They were really nice people. I enjoyed it when I tasted it. I was sold on the Pogue, and then I was like, ooh, neck and neck. He went with Pogue, I went with Neely. Figured we got to split it up. So.
Yeah. Favorite cocktail was actually from Jep the Creed.
Yeah, they had a blackberry smash or something. I forgot what it was called.
It's really good.
It was like a blackberry tea smash. It was cool. Good stuff. Would you purchase a Peerless Rye at $119? You know what? The funny thing is, when we first saw that, we were both like, no, we would not purchase a 2-year-old rye. It's 2 years, right? Yeah. At $120. Like, no thanks. I've heard so many good reviews, like just glowing reviews. I think at this point, I would consider it. Like I
would definitely try it first somewhere.
Yeah.
Before I bought a bottle at 120. I mean, especially not knowing off the top of my head the percentage of rye in it, if it's like 100% rye or 95.
That would sway
those in a younger rye can, be a little iffy. But for us, that's just our personal taste.
Overall, I say I like this Mic.Drop.
Yeah, me too.
$100 retail, but it's so limited. But
I think it's more aimed for your collector. It's very limited. It's
tasty.
It's sourced, and they're very upfront about that.
Right, which is good.
From MGP, right? That's what they said. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. If you're a bourbon collector and you want to have every type that's out there or something to offer your friends that they wouldn't usually find elsewhere, I say go for it. For $100, I would probably split that up and get 2 different bourbons.
It's tough. It's good. It tastes as good.
It tastes as good.
It tastes good. But that $100 is rough. But I see why they have to do that. They can only release so many.
Yeah.
Have you tried any of these new altered aged whiskeys? I want to be like, ooh, like altered. How? Lost Spirits, Cleveland, OZ, Tyler, and Noble. I've never heard of any of those. I'd try it. Oh. Great to meet you too.
Oh yeah.
J. Henry and Sons Bourbon. Haven't tried that either. Where do we find out about these bourbon events? Sometimes we get like we sign up for Google alerts. You can put in certain keywords. I get info that way sometimes. Sometimes I just happen to see something on Facebook. Like, there's so much going on around here. It'll be like, 2 of your friends are interested in this. And that's when I see those things. And sometimes that's just how I find out about them. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Geez.
Oh, that was full. I feel like some of them aren't marketed as well, so it's really hard to find out about some of this stuff. I guess if we can share more info about events and stuff, but it's going to be about things that are going on in our area. It's hard for us to know about things that are going on all over the place. So I don't want to offend or annoy people who are not in Kentucky and who can't come to those things. So
looks like we got a super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Right there. You can read that.
Lane Nelson.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it greatly. And what we're trying now is Charter 101, which I'm sure a lot of people have seen Old Charter on the bottom shelf. It's kind of a, lesser priced bourbon. Well, this is the 101 proof version, which is just called Charter 101 and is definitely more rare. It's made by Buffalo Trace, and I think you've got some specs there. Well, not a whole lot of specs. This is from Buffalo Trace's website. They're not giving a whole lot of information.
An honest and traditional taste.
Oh, okay.
With hints of honey, raisin, peppercorns, caramelized nuts. That's very specific.
We'll see about that.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
This comes to us from our friends Brian and Wendy, and please excuse my pronunciation of O'Glaughlin, I believe is how you say it. O'Glaughlin. Yeah, they kindly sent us this, as well as a couple other samples.
UPK, and the Early Times 354.
Which was, like, really nice to get.
Which, because they don't make that.
Right.
They don't make that anymore, so thank you so much.
Let's see. Have you ever had a bad bottle of Elmer T. Lee?
No.
I do at home.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. Really?
I've had that bottle since 2015. And I've had a couple of pours out of it, so it's still mostly full.
Yeah.
I never go back to it because I'm always just like, it's funky. Like, I don't know what's up with it, but it's kind of funky, so.
Interesting. Well, it is a single barrel.
This is true.
The bottles that I've had so far, I've had luck and haven't had a bad one yet.
I almost just drank it without thinking.
Wow, it's got a really, like, candied, sweet smell to it.
It is.
Like a caramel brittle, sugar-packed caramel brittle, yeah.
That's what we'll call it.
It's even better, try smelling it with your nose closed. Or your mouth closed. You really just, because it's not, 101, but still.
Whoa, what is going on in there? Oh, that's aggressive.
Whoa. That just comes right at you like a spider monkey. All jacked up on Mountain Dew. Wow.
That's like...
That's a meal.
I wonder when this is from. Like if it's recent.
I don't know. But wow. Ooh, that's got a long finish. Sticks around.
I get like the caramelized nuts.
Yeah.
I do get that. Raisin?
I don't know about...
Failing to see the raisin.
Yeah, I don't know about the raisin.
Honey? Maybe. It's sweet. I mean, they probably had some like master taster write these notes, so I mean, I don't even hold a candle.
I get a little bit of candle in it. No, it's actually really good. Doesn't smell like a 101, but I feel like it brings the heat of a 101. It lingers on the tongue, and I like it. I like the finish.
Maybe I spoke too soon about the raisin. I kind of do get it now.
I've yet to find it yet. You have to find it yet.
You have to find it yet?
Yeah. Raisin.
Someone said I have a tainted cork on my Elmer T. Lee.
Oh no,
I don't know.
Some cork rot. I almost said taint rot. That's a different problem that you should see a doctor for. The old taint rot. Oh.
I have to put my head down now. Oh, another super chat. from Joseph.
Oh, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Appreciate that a lot.
He just bought the Whistle Pig rye, the 15-year rye, for
Yep.
$167. After tasting it, he's glad he did, but he'd love to hear if we've ever tried it and liked it.
Yes.
We did try the Whistle Pig.
Yeah. Go watch our latest Flight Fight.
The higher
As
end.
of this moment. It's called the Big Spender Rye Flight Fight. We have if it's the one that's finished in Vermont Oak, if that's the same one. I think it
The 15-year,
is.
yeah.
15-year. Yeah. So we tried it. We liked it. No spoilers.
Yeah,
where
don't
it came
spoil.
in. But no, it's good. It's
Generously donated by our friend Rick.
Yes, thank you, Rick. Rick Clopan. Rick Clopan.
I seriously wish
should do
everyone knew.
that.
I wish everyone knew Rick. Like, I wish
Yeah.
everyone could know Rick.
But I feel like we
His
need
wife.
to do that for our super chats too. Lane, Joseph. You know, we need to do
so
something
weird.
for our kind super chats.
I don't know what's gotten into you today.
Bourbon has gotten into me.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes, bourbon. What has gotten into you today? Bourbon. I
I
like
was
it.
puzzling over it.
I know it's really unique. It's different. It doesn't taste like a Buffalo Trace
It is
product.
different. It's like sweet and savory. It is almost like eating food.
Yeah. Remember when we had the Woodford Double Oaked and we
Mm-hmm.
said this is like barbecue.
Yes.
This is like, it's so savory. It's like, I don't know if it's barbecue. It's like chewing on something though. Maybe a steak. No, that wasn't in, was
that
it?
wasn't plugged in, and it said low battery, and we don't want that to fail.
Oh,
because
okay.
Then the whole
We
thing
don't need
goes
anything
away.
else to fail. Oh, boy. Okay.
He said, Chad, her mom's watching. And that's true, but she probably laughed. Let's be real.
Probably.
She raised me, so she has at least some sense of humor.
Nice. Nice.
Yep.
No, it's so like, just like, it's sticking on the inside of my cheeks. That's what's really living. It stays on your tongue for a while, and then as that dissipates, it really goes to your cheeks and cheek punches.
John gave us a super chat.
For the Taint Rot. John has Taint Rot.
Don't-
There we go. You might take that $5.
I don't like this tradition,
Might
and
take
I think we shouldn't do it.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
May you never get the Taint Rot. I'll drink to that.
There's going to be like some sort of counter on YouTube saying like, you use an inappropriate word flagged 5 times or something.
It's just a part of the body. Taint.
Okay.
Taint it.
I'm over this now.
That's tasty. What's next?
What's next? Let's see. What is next? Oh, okay. This one we've had also for a little while. This one comes from our friend Monty. aka Monty in Texas.
Follow him on Instagram at
Yeah.
Monty in Texas.
Go check him out.
I was on. I had the pleasure of being on a podcast with him, the Bourbon Daily, on the ABV network.
Yep.
And the power of
Pentaveret.
Pentaveret. Leave it to Steve Akeley to come up with words that Chad can't pronounce. Yeah, so he was one of the people on in the power of Pentaveret, and I didn't know it till the very end when he said, "Where can everyone find you?" And Monty said, "I'm at Monty in Texas," and I was like, "Wait, what? You're Monty in Texas?" Because I had talked to him a lot through Instagram, and of course he sent us
some very generous
samples. So I was like, "You're Monty in Texas," because I didn't recognize him, on a webcam.
Sure.
I didn't recognize him.
Because there's lots of guys walking around named Monty.
Well, you just
I'm
don't
just
make
kidding.
the connection.
Sometimes you just don't put two and two together. That you would ever be in the same.
Yeah, so
you know.
I think he blogs for the Bourbon Zeppelin. So he's very
Involved.
in the biz, and we appreciate just the heck out of him.
Yeah.
The heck.
Yeah.
Pardon
That whole
my-
crew.
Pardon
So
my
nice.
language.
We got to hang out with some of them at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival too. Just the nicest.
Just the nicest.
So this is, did I already say it's Kentucky Spirit?
I don't remember.
Okay, well this is Kentucky Spirit, circa 2007, bottled in 2007, from Warehouse E, Rick 13, 101 proof, and it's barrel number 98. In case you want to get real specific with it, that's what we're dealing with.
And
here.
I do.
Oh, I do.
I want to get specific.
So different than what we just had. It's like so airy and
It's good.
outside smells. It smells like springtime,
Outside smells.
but not like a
Use your
candle.
outside smells.
Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outside. Smells. Use your outs tired of you giving me a hard time today.
Roll the nostrils. Some people do that. They'll just do one nostril.
I think that's going to take me some practice to get...
Usually they say you're only breathing out of one nostril at a time anyway. That could be dangerous. That could... All right. Smells great.
If we give a super chat, can we get our group name, the Whiskey Council, in a singing voice too?
We already said their name.
In a singing voice.
Of course you can.
Well, I don't know if I want to allow any more singing.
It's for the Whiskey Council.
All right.
Yes, you may.
I'm sorry for everyone else watching that they have to listen. But you all asked to bring back the song. We didn't. We're bringing back the singing, though, apparently.
I'm going to try to remix it.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I already did it. I like it.
What?
Sorry, I got thirsty. Sorry, I was eating a Milky Way. Wish I was eating a Milky Way.
I'm confused.
What?
We got a super chat, and it's in a different currency, I think. SEK?
SEK. Oh, you crossed the pond? Where are you from, Whiskey Council?
Ah, cool.
Oh, okay.
And another one.
Wait, what?
We got some super chats. Thank you for the super chats, Michael and JC. Very much appreciated. Now you have to sing the Whiskey Council.
Okay. We sure that's the Whiskey Council?
Yes, JC. JC.
Okay. All right, fine.
He wants to be sure.
I don't want to give away things for free here, guys. Come on. This is a business. No, it's not. All right.
I feel like this has just become, Chad, what will you do for a few dollars on
What will you do
YouTube?
for a super chat? It's like, well, I'll eat a Klondike bar. The Whiskey Council. Where's my harmony? Where's my backup?
I don't sing.
And JC.
Seahorn Actual said, so also give us this chat.
Oh, but
super
Michael.
Chat.
Michael Williams.
And we can't make this a thing. This is this episode.
Seahorn Actual. I started to go somewhere in the rainbow there.
We
for
had
a
like
second.
100 people watching, and I guarantee you it
Dropped
just
off. Dropped off.
Oh, jeez.
Forgive us.
Wow, that is good.
It's really good, right?
Yeah. That's yummy.
That's all the ums.
Oh man, it's like, it's so buttery.
Oh, look, read it. You got to read that out loud.
What? Oh, I love Chad's sweet, sweet voice.
Thank you.
Well,
Seahorn.
you're the only one.
Seahorn.
You already did that. Oh,
Seahorn. It's like a seahorn.
Thanks again, Joseph.
Yes, thank you. Whoa, Joseph!
What are you doing?
I really like the Bourbon Night opening song. Keep it.
Hey, you're the one who said we're not bringing it back.
Hey, please silence your cell phones.
Please don't chew bourbon with your mouth open.
Today's been amateur day on my account.
Apparently.
I'm sorry. I'm forgetting everything.
Is the timer running even?
Well, no. But we started at 3.
True.
So we're okay.
Fair enough. Ooh, that's yummy.
Joseph?
You already sang him once.
Oh, it's Bourbon Night. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna have a glass to begin. Yeah?
Oh, that's enough.
All right. Told you it was me. All right. This is really good. I really like Kentucky Spirit. Normally, I would have said I like Rare Breed better than Kentucky Spirit, and it's less expensive, so yay. But 2007, they were doing something special, or maybe it's
very,
just
like,
this
silky
pick because it is
buttery.
a single barrel.
Other sexy things.
Yeah. No, we don't like to toss around the word mouthfeel very much, but the mouthfeel on this is superb.
Wow, we've gone through these kind of fast.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. So now we're on to our last treat.
Are we going to do this?
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
That is a sample of Yippee-Ki-Yay, also from our friends Brian and Wendy McLaughlin. But we already did one of their samples, and you brought up something different to try.
Yes.
So we will go with that. What would Sean Connery drink if he walked into a Lexington bar? Would it be neat in your Sean Connery voice?
Well, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Sean Connery actually used to advertise for Jim Beam. So back in his James Bond days, there's advertisements out there. You can just Google it or look on eBay. You can actually buy from page from a magazine. So Sean Connery, what
would he drink?
What would he drink? He would have to drink Jim Beam, or otherwise he would get in trouble.
Maybe like a Knob Creek. Maybe.
Did they have Knob Creek back then?
No.
No. He would say, I don't like this on the spot stuff. It's tough. So I don't have time to like workshop it. He would be like, how do you say Jim Beam in a Sean Connery accent? This is tough, guys.
He wants to practice, but he can't.
Yeah, because like if I could say welcome to the Rock, but it's like Sean Connery. He's so like. Sometimes I do Bane and then it goes Sean Connery.
Yeah.
It's like. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in the darkness. But see, that's going to Sean Connery. It's like, take a Jim Beam. Jim Beam neat, please, Moneypenny. It's got Moneypenny. It was
right. It sounds like Sean Connery and Jimmy Stewart had a baby.
And Jimmy Stewart and Bane.
And Bane all had a baby, and that's what you're doing.
What would you like me to do, Moneypenny? Lasso you the moon? Because I'll lasso you the moon, Mary. Lasso you the moon.
He did his best. Let's move on.
That's a Sean Connery doing a Jimmy Stewart as Bane. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body. So, there's that.
There is that. So, before we... more super chats. Yay.
Thank you. Oh, awesome. Well, I don't know about awesome, but thank you, Joseph. I'll take it.
That's awesome. What do you think about Booker's Tommy's batch?
Tommy's batch. Remind me of the year and the dash.
I don't know.
Tommy's batch. Was that 2017-01? No, that was the corn. Tommy's batch.
Was that 02, 03, or 04 of 20? I feel like it was 2017, right?
I think.
It
might have been 16.
Tell us what it was.
We just picked up the 2018-01. We haven't opened
Kathleen's
it yet.
batch. I had it at a local bar here,
had it.
Bluegrass Tavern, which I love them. They're awesome. If you're ever in Lexington, go to Bluegrass Tavern. The guys behind the bar, they're really nice. Just tell them. I'll just go in there and I'll say, I'm looking for something that's like $8 to $10 a pour, that's, up around 100 to 115 proof, that's, different or whatever. And he'll sit there and think for a second, but okay. And he goes, comes back, they'll bring the bottle over. They're just super cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my little ad. So,
yes.
Since it's Michelle's birthday.
And by the way, she loves my impressions. So that was also for you, Michelle. So I put a little Stewart in there because she likes. She likes the Stewart, the Jimmy Stewart. So we were up in Chicago. That was actually when we did our first ever YouTube live episode.
That's right.
Was bourbon hunting in Chicago.
Well, last year for my birthday.
Yeah, and of course we visited Michelle, and she gave us this bottle of CH, which is straight bourbon whiskey, aged 2 years, 105 proof, that we have yet to uncork. So we're going to do it here live in honor of her birthday.
Unscrew it.
It's an unscrewing. Crack. There's that crack. And so we're going to try this CH Bourbon from Chicago. So this is for all of our Chicagoans and for Michelle.
Ooh, dang. Yay, more super chats.
€5? Or what is the thing? In,
oh, Joseph, thank you. Thanks so much. He's a super patron supporter, and he hopes everyone watching is enjoying the show. To do this.
To get us to our next level. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. One of our patrons and a super chatter and just a great all around guy.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I will sing your praises with my heartiest ale.
Rest of the night.
What the hell?
Okay, sorry. One moment, please.
That should not have happened.
We don't know what's happening.
That
never happens. Okay, we're back up.
Should not have happened.
Very strange.
Not sure why that happened.
Is there a timer? Is there a timer issue?
No.
All right. Well, clearly we have some trial and error.
Gonna have to investigate that because that normally.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen.
The first one My bad. That one shouldn't have happened.
That should not have happened. Sorry about that. So thank you also to the Malt Review for your super chat donation.
Oh,
and
thank
Robert.
you. And Robert.
Yes, thank you. Everyone being so generous. Man.
Robert.
It's probably like one of our weirdest episodes with the
we're back!
with the camera going in and out and the singing and the
Yes.
impressions.
I dubbed this our strangest episode ever.
This is like banana Laffy Taffy.
Bananas. Yeah.
That's
Bananas.
exactly what it smells like. Strange.
No circus peanuts?
So Robert says, no. Well, maybe like faintly circus peanuts. What would be your choice of the major widely available bourbons? Because they're in Scotland and their options are fewer.
Buffalo Trace is always a strong choice.
Wild Turkey 101?
Wild Turkey 101, of course. Bullet's pretty solid.
I'd recommend the first two over Bullet.
Agreed. I'm just trying to think of what's
Common?
typically, what's common.
I don't know.
If you can get Eagle Rare.
Yeah, I would recommend that.
Probably a
if
little
you can get Eagle
tougher.
Rare.
Yeah. And like the value bourbons, I would say Four Roses is probably over there. So small batch or single
small batch,
barrel.
yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Elijah Craig.
I can't get over this.
Elijah Craig, if you can find it. Yeah.
Banana, Laffy Taffy, and pecans.
It smells like a circus.
It does. It's weird. All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Happy birthday. No, it's actually not bad. I've had a lot. It's interesting.
Peanuts.
Yes.
And bananas.
Yes.
And it is like the assortment of weird circus food that you would have.
Yeah. 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 It's interesting. It has a nice little kick, 105 proof.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it says on the bottle. It says, sure, you can take your chances and buy an expensive bottle of craft whiskey and hope it doesn't taste like crap. This is straight from the bottle, you guys. Or you can save your hard-earned dollars and give this a shot. We didn't make it, but it's damn good bourbon. And it sells at a crazy low price. I do think this was like $20. I don't know about the damn good bourbon part, but it is bourbon.
I can confirm that it's alcohol.
No, I've had
much worse.
I've had much worse for a lot more money.
Yes, that's true. That's a great point. For $20, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I still like Evan Williams 1783 better.
If I was on a deserted island with mixer options for some reason, I would, put this in a cocktail. I would try it with some Coke or a ginger ale or some ginger beer or something.
Why are you on a deserted island with cocktails?
I don't know.
You know?
I was on a booze cruise, it crashed, and I was the only survivor.
So naturally you got all the booze.
All the booze. But only this one. All the other bottles broke.
I'm not saying stay away from the Chicago bourbon. I'm just saying the label says damn good, and I would like to disagree. He likes it better than I do. We don't always agree, so.
It's true.
It's kind of sweet and
It is
odd.
sweet. It is sweet. It's banana-y.
It's banana-y. And that, I don't know. I
think helps it?
What?
Is that it's not 80 proof, like most $20
Yes, agreed. If it
young
was 80
bourbons.
proof, I think I would just be like, absolutely not.
Yeah. So what its saving grace is it's 105 proof. That's pretty cool. I like that about it.
Yeah.
And they're very upfront. We didn't make it.
That's true.
We didn't make it.
But who made it?
Well, it's distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, so I can give you one guess.
Yep.
MGP. Yes.
Have you had Kentucky Owl Rye?
Yes.
Have I? I don't think so.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Where did I have it?
I wish you hadn't have asked me that.
It's okay. No big deal.
Someone.
Sounds like neither.
Was it Swan?
Oh, someone did give us a sample.
Was it Swan?
No, I don't. Well, maybe, but I don't think so. I think someone gave us a sample.
Someone lent us a bottle to uncork, and then we haven't put it out yet. Are we bad people?
Well, that's debatable. Someone said, Jeff says, just finished a bottle of Michter's American whiskey that I really enjoyed. Accidentally bought it instead of the bourbon. Should I go back for the bourbon, and what are the differences?
Well, Jeff, I'm not sure what Michter's does. I would assume...
It was Swan.
See? Who told?
Perry.
Perry. Thanks, Perry. Thanks, Pear.
I just happened to look down on the right side.
See, it was Swan. I know. I just wasn't confident in my own self. Be confident in yourself, people.
Probably because I told
yes,
you no.
Swan let us uncork the bottle.
That's right. Now it's all coming back to me.
We haven't put that out yet. Someone also sent us a sample of that, so we also have a sample, so we can try it again, even.
Yeah.
But
cool.
I remember it being very good. Thanks, Pear. What was I saying?
About the Michter's.
So it's probably the ratio. It probably is either blended with a bourbon that is not at least 51% corn. Maybe it's blended with a rye, or the bourbon itself just, well, it wouldn't be bourbon. The whiskey itself doesn't meet the requirements for bourbon. I'm not sure.
It's aged in used oak, the American.
It's aged in yeah. So with bourbon, it has to be newly charred oak barrels that haven't been used before. So previously used barrels, I don't see the point in that unless it was some other type of spirit and you're trying to get that spirit's influence in your whiskey. I don't know why, unless you're just trying to be cheap, using barrels more than once. I don't know. You can sell used barrels.
Or the flavors it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. I don't know. Their US one is solid, but I think there's other bourbons out there for the money that would be a little bit more solid.
Yeah. So you're saying between the two, you would recommend going back to the whiskey if you liked it, or trying the...
Yeah, just stay with the whiskey if you like it. And eventually get the bourbon, the US one bourbon.
Or get the bourbon at a bar, as we always say. Get a pour, see what you think.
Correct.
I'll
go ahead and plug Perry's podcast. This is my bourbon podcast, which we are on occasionally.
Yes.
So go and listen to that, or follow him on Instagram. This is at my bourbon shop. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think it's at my bourbon shop. What else?
Let's see what else.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Chris.
Our friend from Australia.
Good day.
He says good morning.
Good morning.
I think it's like 5 in the morning in there, or something like that. It's real early. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
To the end of this. We're out.
The best part of waking up is bourbon night in your cup.
Jeez. Okay. Let's see. Question.
Yes.
From Big T Bourbon and Cigar.
Okay.
There are 2 different sets on your videos. Then there is the live one, same home, different rooms, or different sides of the same room. Okay, great question.
Okay, so we have a set.
I'll let Chad answer.
We have a studio. We have a set where a lot of the bourbon is. And then we have here, home, where only select bourbon is. So when we're doing live, we want to just have it here, different feel than the set.
And it's easier.
And it's easier.
Because we're already here.
So it's just 2 different places.
And the uncorking is, different.
Different.
Too.
So that's it.
Okay.
Hey, Joseph, what are you doing, man? with the chats?
Oh my gosh. Collectively, how many bottles of bourbon do you guys own, and approximately how many of them are open/sampled? This is a question I'm going to let Chad answer because I'm not sure how he wants to answer.
I haven't ever officially, in public record, released the number. And I don't think I'm going to change that today. I will say I don't keep all of my bourbon in one place for safety. So, I have a good amount. And I would say maybe a third of it is opened.
A third of it is opened?
Maybe.
I would think more than that.
Okay. Potentially. So, you run the risk of when you open it, how long can you have it opened and all that, and,
that's true.
Transfer smaller bottles.
Fair enough.
And
a lot of
so forth.
Duplicates of bottles, but it will be like, to drink, not things that are for saving. Some things are for saving, or like if we get something signed, we'll save it, but for the most part, it's like, if we like this, we know we're going to drink some, so there's just a stock.
Yeah.
There is a stock. And we won't reveal its location.
There is a stock room. But, you know, like when we did 50 under 25, there's 50 bourbons right there that are open. We have 50 under 50. There's 50 bourbons that are open. So
you do the math. It's at least north of 100.
Yeah. But, you know, we try to either drink those away, share it with people, or transfer it to a smaller bottle, you know, those type of things. Because you don't want to have it lower than half in the bottle for too long.
I have my own mini collection at a different location.
Yeah, that's not as big.
No, I have like maybe 40.
Yeah.
So, and I'd say 80% of those are open. I've got like 2 things I haven't opened yet. I have a Weller 12-year and a couple of signed bottles. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Signed bottles weren't normally, you know, keeping.
Right. I have one bottle
posterity.
Chad got me for my birthday one year. It's Wild Turkey 101 signed by Jimmy. Jimmy Russell signed it. He wrote happy birthday to me on it. And I thought that was
there's
just
also
so sweet.
this one right here.
Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. He just got me this one. So as I said before, Evan Williams 1783, like one of my favorite things just because of the price. It's such a good value. And I love Heaven Hill. And he saw Denny Potter the other day at Liquor Barn and got him to sign it for me and to say, to Sarah, thanks for all the free marketing. Denny Potter, Master Distiller. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because so many people have been like, I would have never thought to try Evan Williams 1783. I picked it up because of your recommendation, and it's so great. I love it. Thanks for it. So I'm like,
yeah.
You know, we've sold some bottles for you, Denny. Can you put something like that on when you sign this bottle? And he's like, sure. So he's a good dude. Someone
else said they think bottled and bond are the best buys. What do we think? I mean, I think that it's a solid investment because there's a guarantee of, you know, at least a level of quality that is expected or, you know, required.
Yeah.
It has to be at least 4 years, you know, has to be 100 proof. So I think that it's, instead of questioning like, it says at least 2 years, like, but what is it really? You get that guarantee. Are you guys going to revisit a couple of those flight fights from a couple of years ago to see if your tastes have changed? Ooh, that would be something fun to do at live. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to have some more
of this Kentucky Spirit. Probably.
All right, I guess I'll have a little splash.
One of my favorites of the day.
Yeah, I would also say that's my favorite of the day.
Yeah, I think we are, and we also want to, and we've said this before. Here, let's just finish this. This is good. We said before, like...
Well, you got more than me, so...
We've said before that, you know, we love our first episode, but it was also... We were figuring things out. So the fact that our 50 under 25 is our most viewed episode, and it's also our first episode when Sarah's looking at the wrong camera, and the lighting's weird, and all this and that. So we're like, well, let's update it, because a lot of stuff has... changed in the past almost 2 years. Things aren't on the shelf that used to be. Prices have changed. But let's bump it up to $30. And that'll kind of like replace the 50 under 25. So it'll be 50 under 30. So probably this summer we're going to get into that. And that's a big undertaking because it's 16 blind flights to get. That's a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we do it like March Madness bracket style, but we don't really do it in March because there seems to be so much going on at like between... I'd say September through April is like a jam-packed time. Yeah. There's so many releases and things going on and the holidays and everything. And I feel like May starts to kind of cool off, and I think it's because people go on vacation and other things are going on, and then through like August is a little slower. So we can do like a March Madness style bracket, but we won't do it in March. So right. Oh well. No one's paying attention to us anyways in March. They're paying attention to basketball.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Start wrapping this sucker up.
Last question. Do you both buy a lot of 375s? Yes. Bottles to be used to transfer juice into then.
Oh, so like when they're empty, use them to put...
I have a couple of small bottles that like I'll do, you know, the last of something in. Like I have a... Not a flask, it's got a screw top. It's like a glass bottle that I'll transfer stuff into at my house, and then some smaller bottles, but you have more than me, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good thing to get for those, you know, smaller bottles. I've also bought some bottles, 8-ounce bottles off of Uline, uline.com, you know, 4 or 8-ounce bottles, along with, you know, the 2-ounce bottles like these, which are really good.
And I think we've got some bottles on our Amazon influencer page. Yeah. Amazon.com/shop/It's Bourbon Night. Yeah. There's some bottles on there that I think we've bought before. Definitely the 2 ounce ones. I don't know about the larger ones.
But the 375s are cool because, you know, sometimes you can find older bottles that you won't find in the 750 that'll be on the shelf in a 375. Like the older expressions of Rare Breed. You know, you can find that older one usually in a 375. And also when there's like newer stuff I'm not so sure about. Like I just bought a 375 of Wyoming whiskey.
That's right, you did.
To try that out instead of having to buy the whole fifth. And then when that's empty, yes, it's perfect for, you know, taking the label off, relabeling it, and putting something else that you're going to sip on slower so there's not so much air in there for oxidation. So, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Good
answer, Chad.
All right. Well, this was an interesting show.
It was.
Some technical difficulties.
Thank you.
Some life lessons.
Some life lessons.
Things like that.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yes.
Through all of these things.
Thank you for the opportunities to sing your names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opportunities.
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead and read that one.
Last question. Have we ever considered doing a flight fight with Pappy and the weather lineup? Considered? Sure.
Sure.
Do we have the ability to do that?
No.
Not really.
We've got all the Wellers,
And we've got,
except the William LaRue Weller. But
we had a sample of 15-year Pappy, but we used it for our episode of the Poor Man's Pappy, you know, to figure out which one we preferred. No spoilers there. Just go watch it. So that was the only sample that we had, and now it's gone. So
yeah, you know, if we just happen to come by at retail some 15, 20, and 23-year Pappy, sure, we'll toss it into a flight fight, of course.
So, yes, we've considered it, but no, it's probably not ever going to happen.
Unless you all send us bottles.
Don't put
and
that
I'm not
on
talking
them.
about samples. I need to know what it's really what it is. I'm kidding.
Don't you put that on
I'm kidding. Don't put that voodoo on you, Ricky Bobby.
No, don't do
All
it.
right, well, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for the super chats. Again, happy birthday, Michelle. Try this stuff. You know, expand your horizons, drink more bourbon, and thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, cool. Well,
I think that's it.
I think that's it. We'll see you guys next Sunday, and until then, I've already said it, but I'll say it again.
Drink more bourbon.
Drink more bourbon. That's right.